Welcome back to Reagan Investigates Books. Previously, we dealt mainly with prefatory remarks and titles. I was pretty satisfied with this manner of investigation, and I also found that within the books, further into the text, there were also jokes to be had, and so I didn't want to deprive anyone of that. But I also wanted to add more to the portfolio, so I'll open with some new content. This is Martin Heidegger's 1934 lecture series entitled Logic as the Question Concerning the Essence of Language. And the joke I wanted to make about this text was that logic is actually the reason why I wouldn't read this book. Up next, I'm not too happy about this one, but it's Love in the Time of Cholera by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. And all I wanted to say about this was that I'd rather have cholera than read this book. Furthermore, ensconced in this edition of Keats's poems, one finds the poetic romance of Endymion from 1818. And in the beginning of the preface to this stretched meter of an antique song, Keats himself writes that, knowing within myself the manner in which his poem was produced, it is not without a feeling of regret that I make it public. And to that, I just wanted to say, it is not without a feeling of regret that I begin reading this. Okay. Further, and then we have Robert Musil's Man Without Qualities, Der Mann ohne Eigenschaften. And it's a tough call because all I want to really say is that it's a book without qualities, but everyone already kind of knows that. So there's actually a description of one of the female characters, Bonadea, I believe is her name, with which the main character has a bit of a tryst. And he describes her as a provocatively lifeless woman. And I wanted to say that this is an unprovocatively lifeless book. Furthermore, Theodore Adorno's posthumously published text, Aesthetic Theory, one of the lines reads, truth is antithetical to the phantasmagorical element in art. And I just wanted to say that this book is antithetical to any semblance of reason that one can maintain in making it a third of the way through this book where one finds that line. Last time we did deal with Mr. Proust, but it was from the beginning of the overture of Swann's Way, which is the very beginning. It doesn't get to the heart of it necessarily. So I found in the second section of that novel entitled Cambrai, where the author, where the narrator, shall we say, describes the events of his hometown, Cambrai. He first describes it, I think only a sentence in, as to live in, at least. It's a trifle depressing, the town is. And I just wanted to say that that to read this book is a trifle depressing. So that's going to be it for Reagan Investigates Books this time. Hope you've all enjoyed it. I know I have. And although I'm not happy that it has fallen to me to make these jokes, I also adhere to the Nietzschean doctrine of amor fati, and I accept it and everything that goes with it. Thanks.